basically the hole in math was discovered because of David Hilbert trying to show that math is complete, consistent, and decidable.
Gödel proved he disproved one, or so we think, in my opinion.
So we think. Interesting. I want to hear your hot take on.
They put a question mark on consistency, so it's like things can be consistent, but you can't prove consistency, I think, was the second thing. And then deciding, I think Turing disproved.
Yeah, Alan Turing. Smart dude.
Also, his opinion.
Oh my god.
Medium level smart dude for Alan Turing.
He just invented computers.
He just...
Okay, wait. Why you're trying to stir the pot right now? Why are you so like, oh, their opinions?
I mean, maybe we can prove them wrong. Theories have been proven wrong before.
Of course, but they have spent years on that, and we have a conversation.
True. But they only kind of started in those years, since they kind of sort of invented their own theories at the time. Whereas our current selves and our future selves have them to look at and to build off of that. Like, at the end of the video, math is, like, flawed, or whatever the name of the video is. It said, you would think if you disproved that math is kind of meh, it's flawed, that all the mathematicians would just, like, kind of give up and feel depressed. But apparently they had the opposite effect, where, like, after Gödel and Turing did what they did, people are now, like, inspired to, like, keep going to see how much we can figure out.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe you'll prove them wrong.
I think that we will. I think we have to. I have the kind of Hilbert idea of it, as in we must know.
Yeah.
At the same time, we definitely do not know right now.
Not yet.
I wonder if it's like the way we've set up the system is why we're failing, though.
I think it is.
In terms of like the way we reason and we use logic-based like things.
I think so. I was talking about that with my friend the other day as well. I was like literally saying, how far down the rabbit hole have we dug? And where did we make a wrong turn? Because ultimately some stuff, I feel like it does have to hold true. Of course, the incompleteness theorem with axioms, fundamental axioms that cannot be proven, that's something that's really difficult to get more granular than that.
Who was that? Conall? Who was the guy
Conway?
who did this? Conway.
John Conway.
Game of Life.
Yeah.
That thing was really cool also.
It's really awesome, yeah. Do you understand the rules? I don't properly understand which boxes live or die, but...
It's a box
white
that
is
doesn't touch.
alive, black is dead.
But after each frame, like, how do they get killed off? Because I know, what is it? If you're touching 3 boxes...
So the rules for this Game of Life, then you can Google it. Who is it? Conway again?
Conway. John Conway.
So the rules are, like, you have just cells, you have, like, blocks. Think of, like, an Excel spreadsheet. And if you're alive and you have either less than 2 neighbors or more than 3 neighbors, you're killed. And if you're dead but you have exactly 3 neighbors, you're put back to life.
Yeah, that's the rule.
And those are the only 2 rules, and you get, like, 15 different patterns. Or not patterns, that's the wrong word. 15 different, like, ways you can go about. You can, like, loop, you can stay constant, you can forever die, you can live on forever, you can, like, not loop per se, but you can, like, pass through. Like, the pattern will not stay in one place, but rather keep going forward.
Yeah, like a snake game.
Yeah. And and there's a variety of each of these types, and it's just... weird. And then at the end they blew your mind, spoiler alert, by creating the Game of Life within the Game of Life, which
so freaky.
Iterations just.
By the way, that video as well was kind of sparking my curiosity on the topic, but this topic in general, like a Turing machine being Turing complete, anything being Turing complete is essentially an argument for simulation.
Shut up.
What were the checkpoints for being Turing complete again?
I forget.
Basically, any system that can simulate itself.
Oh.
Okay.
Isn't that everything?
Yes, but also no.
So kind of like the Game of Life, where it's like you can place the game within the game.
Yes.
Okay.
It can simulate itself, and it did so
Yeah.
successfully.
So
it was beautiful, too.
pretend to be itself.
Yeah, but
How does that make?
I cannot simulate. I'm not Turing complete, for instance. I
Like
cannot
if you put
simulate
multiple
myself,
Pete's together, like you don't get like a larger Pete.
right? You cannot find a Pete within me. I'm not a Russian doll, you know?
What if it's like, you ever see like either The Simpsons or Adventure Time, where they kind of like zoom out of the universe or no, they zoom in, like, and they're zooming in on a microscopic level, and then they go to the atom, and they go further and further in, and then it like loops back into like the universe, and then it goes back to you. It's like, what if that?
That's a wild thought.
Oh shit.
So like you said there's no Pete within a Pete, but like, what if your magnifying glass isn't just not strong enough to see like every atom is actually like a universe with another Pete in it, and you're just a bunch of Petes in a Pete.
See, this is why string theorists try to use 13 dimensions to justify their calculations.
There's 13?
They can add as many as they want.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
an
but,
nth
like-
dimension.
Exactly, there are n dimensions.
Yeah, I was gonna
for
say, it's
all
like,
I
why
know.
13?
I don't know. I don't understand it.
No need to stop there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just keep going. Let's go for 14.
Think of it like this: if Richard Feynman said that, you know, if you think you understand quantum mechanics, then you don't understand quantum mechanics.
Okay.
He said that about stuff that is just three-dimensional, kind of not easy stuff. It's very difficult stuff, but, you know, it's kind of the first step that these string theorists have to learn.
Okay.
So imagine now going deeper down that. I just couldn't imagine the level of the abstract nature of all that knowledge.
It does get really abstract, doesn't it?
I'm sure someone will figure it out in the future. Or die trying.